So I have an ongoing project here where I'm trying to get Bermuda grass to grow on this hill. There's a lot of erosion problems. It's February 14th now in the middle of winter, so you can see, if you look way down there, you see the green grass. That's my rye as a temporary measure, and then the yellowish brown, that's the Bermuda that I've getting to take hold, but of course it's out of season, so it's not green yet. The other issue I'm having is there used to be a stone driveway or something here, so I have trouble trying to get some stuff to grow here, and I used to try to shovel some of the rocks away, but there's more rocks underneath it, so I'm just going to pick the rocks off the top, and then we'll put some compost down, some grass seed. I use some wood chips instead of straw, and I'm actually going to put some piece of burlap down to try to hold it. So we'll get started here. Okay, so now we'll go over and get some compost. I actually have two containers here. One has compost and one has wood chips. This is what I make back at home through chipping grass clippings, chipping up my pine cones and sticks, etc. Now we'll put some of this compost down. Next I'll go get my ryegrass. Okay, now for the rye. Okay, now let's go get some wood chips. Okay, now some wood chips. So my wife has convinced me to put some burlap down, so I'll go the extra mile and do that as well. Okay, let's try the burlap. Trying to put these metal stakes in, but with all the gravel down there, they don't go in very easily. Ran out of metal stakes, so we'll use some rocks to keep the wind from blowing it off. Alright, we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, so we'll see how this all works out. This is a good test case. Okay, first is the compost. Now we'll get some grass seed down on this. Now some wood chips. Okay, now on to the next spot. Okay, before I put my compost and the grass seed down, I want to till up this a little bit. So I have this tool. It actually works pretty good. Just push this by hand. Okay, next step is the compost. Looks like I forgot to turn the camera on, but anyway, I just put ryegrass down. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. I'll go get the wood chips and hopefully I remember to turn the camera on. Okay, time for the wood chips. This work is being done on February 14th. Almost a month later, on March 13th, you can see where this grass has grown better underneath the burlap. So every year at the lake we have a lot of cleanup to do at the beach and also in the water here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but there's a lot of leaves in the water here that we need to get out, and then there's erosion on the beach. Usually I can till it up with the tiller, but it's pretty deep this year. We've been here 5 years and it's deeper than I've seen it. Some of these holes are 1.5 feet deep. Quite a bit of erosion here. So I'm going to start working on some of this. Here you get a better view of some of the holes in the beach. Get a head start on the season. So the goal here is, I think a lot of this sand I can take from right at the water's edge and throw it up on top. So we'll see if that works or not. So what I'm hoping is it looks like the water on wave action will come up to about right here, and I think that'll smooth out any of the shoreline. So I'm going to try to take the sand from here and put it up here, thinking that eventually this will get reclaimed with normal water action. So the other experiment, we'll be able to see if this evens itself out where the hole is I dug. We'll find out in a couple weeks next time I come up here. Move on to the next hole over here. This is probably the biggest one. That's a lot of digging for an old man, so I'm going to have to take a break here, and maybe I'll come back and do a little bit more after I rest up. It's nice and wet outside, and I got a bunch of wet yard waste I want to try to burn, so we'll see if we can get a fire going here. First thing I'm going to do is roll up this shop towel, put some diesel on it, position it in there with a couple of dry pieces of wood, and see if we can get a big hot fire going here. I'm using these nice dried logs as a base for the fire because that'll keep it nice and hot so we can burn the clippings, which some of them may be wet. The new electric starter that doesn't work too bad for getting this diesel on the towel started. I'll see if I can get some yard waste and get that on here. This stuff may be too wet, but we'll give it a try anyway. If you notice, the pavers are a little bit wet here. That's because it's starting to sprinkle out. I usually try to do most of my burning either before the rain or right after the rain. Also, with these logs in there, it'll generate a lot of heat. So I'm pretty sure I can get this wet stuff to take off. Plus, a little blower never hurts either. I think I'm going to let that cook for a while and see if it works. If not, I'll get the blower out. Alright, I think that's going to burn, so I'm going to go get the string trimmer, trim around the rocks, and then get the mulching mower and mulch it up. See how much trimming we can do up against those rocks. Try the other side. Next step, get the blower. I don't have my big blower here, so we'll use the electric one. Get a few of the leaves out, and then we'll mulch it with the mower. Well, don't have the backpack blower, so this probably won't work very well, but we'll do what we can. Alright, now we'll mulch this over here. Just an FYI, I have that on 3.0, which is a lot lower than I normally mow this. But that's what's needed to get the mulch up, or to mulch the leaves up. See if I can get some of this debris along the beach moved away. See if I can fill in some more of this hole here. I think I'll go get the tiller so I have a better idea of where I stand. See if we can clean some of the pine straw off. This pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next videos I will be back to the lake house again, using a shop vac to clean up debris from the riprap and setting my lake pump up for the year.